E aí, galera do All Blue, beleza com vocês, meus queridos? Primeira leitura de Hunter x Hunter, capítulo 368. Vamos embora, beleza? São as minhas primeiras reações, só lembrando. E eu vou estar lendo em inglês na Mangá Stream, porque é onde chegou primeiro, a tradução excelente. E acredito que amanhã, sexta-feira, dia 18 de agosto, vocês estarão recebendo a análise completa, beleza? Ou sexta ou sábado, porque a gente tem que dar esse tempo aí de chegar o capítulo em português. Mas vamos aí para a primeira reação desse capítulo, que, galera, o título é Murder, assassinato. Vamos embora. 13 Prince Marianne Beast is a dinosaur-like monster. There are a total of 18 bodyguards and pro hunters in the room, and 6 servants. Porque tá tudo de Momose foi para lá também, tá tudo concentrado, né? The fact that there's more than the assigned 15 means that these are likely some of his sister's bodyguards as well. If my prediction is correct, then in 12th Prince Momose room there should be 6 spies guards stationed by other princes. Even with my powerful aim, I can't sense as far as to tell what she's written. She's turned the page, that means she's finishing investigating one prince, which means we should have a clear understanding now of Marianne's persona. Que tenso, velho. A 8 escrevendo na frente do Baby Miner. It took her about an hour, and my eyes have already been scarlet for 3 hours as is. At this point, the physical strain is more of a problem than my shortening lifespan. Cacete, que tenso. 1 hora para um príncipe. Então, umas 12 horas aí. Meu Deus do céu. A vida do Kurapika. O Emperor Time ligado. The Cockroach Eye Go Marching. Ó, massa. Os quartos apagadinhos e os que a gente sabe o que está acontecendo acesos. E lá vai a baratinha. Nunca gostei tanto de uma barata. Next is the 12th Prince bedroom. His dark dog is not there. No, stop it! Stop him! 8, não! Prince Momoza is going to be killed. You have to stop him quick. Please calm down, Queen 8. You're in your bedroom right now. You're exhausted and must have just been having a nightmare. Baby Miner is watching. He still doesn't know that you are the non-user that used that ability yet. This is no time for petty strategies. If you want help, then I'll go myself. No, 8. Very well, you check on him immediately. But Bill, get in touch with room 1012 and confirm the status of Prince Momose. The prince? Princesa, no? The operator will only connect a private officer of one of the higher princes. I'll act as the intermediary for you. We could have stopped. We might have been able to save him. Momose? It seems the cause of death was asphyxiation. As per their usual arrangement, the guards were stationed outside of the room while the princes slept. Apart from the 2 guards who were on break, the 4 guards are testified to the fact that no one entered the prince's room. Queen Savanti is pleading her case to the king, believing that the 6 bodyguards involved all conspired together. The 6 of them are being detained and are said to be court-martialed. Execute them all, the death sentence now! This warrants caution. The time is just too perfect. May I have a word? You said that each of the princes have a guardian beast attached to them. That's right. In that case, why didn't Prince Momosa's spirit beast protect her? Pois é. Cara, morreu velho. The hint probably lies in Prince Momosa's sleeping hours. What do you mean? The princess usually retired much earlier than usual. She was probably extremely worn out for some reason. I see. The guardian beasts are parasitic, which means they act by feeding on their horses' aura as energy. Exactly. If one of the 2 name beasts that attacked our gods belonged to Prince Momose, then that act should have consumed a large amount of aura. And as a result, it ran out of energy, and the culprit took advantage of that. The mother is a person who is well versed but after this, there will be an even stronger demand for information on them. It would be to our tremendous advantage if we could use learning and as an incentive to form alliances, including with Prince Tenyenich. There lies the problem. I would like to ask her to continue her surveillance of the princess, but it seems too cruel to ask her in this state. But in order to reduce the risk to Prince Wobble by any amount we can, we need as much as information as we can. Your Majesty, may I please have a word? Shouting out back then could only have been detrimental to you. Even still, why did you do it? Of course, I expected. He realized that the Queen had been using that. But what does he expect to gain by confirming it like this? Detrimental, you say? To all of you're completely wrapped up in the survival game, I must seem ridiculous for not standing by idly while someone else's daughter gets killed. I understand it all too well. I have nothing to say to you. Let's go, Sakata. Hmm? We'll leave the garden to Kurapika, but the Queen won't be at ease as long as we're here. I'll talk to Slacker as well. He lifted his hand. Your Majesty, you needn't force yourself to. I'm doing this for Wobble. It's not like I'm worried about you. We'll begin tomorrow at 9 in the morning. As for the other matter, please contact us again in 50 minutes. We shall have our decision by then. Kurapika, I know I have a good idea of the situation. Apart from the second and sixth princes, 10 of the princes intend to send their guards. God, 10? Só quem não quer mandar é Camila. Quem é o sexto? Eu esqueci agora. That got a bigger response than I expected. The first prince as well? Yes. Although rather than the prince, it seems the leader of his bodyguards wants to keep tabs on our actions. What about the other hunters? They seem like they will corroborate our statements. They clearly goad the princes into participating with a mixture of doubt and curiosity towards learning in over such a short time. But as expected, they were all concerned over the fact that you were suggesting a 2-week time frame on this. I understand their concern, but I've accepted the risks, and on top of that, I have a plan. There are still 2 other problems. 2. First of all, some of the princes may want to send multiple guards to London. If you accept, I worry about the implications to our security. Let's set a limit of 2 people. Damn it, this pain is deafening. Bill's voice is just... The next about third Prince Zangley. Kurapika! Hanzo, resting is also part of the job. Kurapika desmaiou, o Emperor Time deve ter desativado. Resting is also part of our job. If only I was there, I could have saved her. You were simply following the Queen's orders. It's not your fault. The mother will strike again. According to Kurapika account and the testimony of the 6th god, it's very likely the culprit used the clone. If that's true, then the arrest won't stop them. If anything, it will even serve as an alibi for the next crime. Relax a bit. If we assume a clone was used, then the culprit isn't limited to just the 6 of them, right? You're right. If that's the case, then they will probably change their MO to pin the blame on those 6, or perhaps even keep it the same if they want to cause confusion. Either way, they will definitely strike again. I will stop them next time. How will you do that? Asking that right now is probably just adding fuel to the fire. But if I'm gonna let him get it all out of his system now, or he might do something rash. He's not the only one that can use clones. After all, I'm a ninja first and foremost. But if the clone isn't automated, but one that can be controlled freely, then there should be a considerable restriction on the user. Plus, if they were able to conjure it away from themselves and directly into the prince's bedroom, the culprit should have been in a state where they had to completely focus on that task alone. If the criminal was among those 6, then that means it has to be one of the 2 that were taking a break. Is that it? Well, if you already figured that much out, I suppose I can't stop you now. I'll make them pay for this, I swear it. For now, just get some rest, will you? Tehidich. I can't believe. Por que no quarto 1008? In just half a day, he's managed to gain a working command of Gyo. Say that. Yes, a phone call from Princess Zobo's bodyguards was patched through by Zangley earlier. He says that he can teach us to name 2 weeks. What do you think about that? That sounds pretty different than what you said, doesn't it? You said that even at the early drafts of very basics of name would take half a year. Yes, I was being completely honest. So then that would mean that he's bluffing, wouldn't it? Is possible. Hey, I know you're not this stupid. Either you or he is lying. I'm asking you which of you it is. all the writer just end, you know. There is a way to learn much faster than normal, but it carries with a very serious risk. He also could have some kind of ability that let him awaken empowers in other people. And at the very last, it's almost certain that he won't be using any proper standard methods. Without a doubt, my method is the fastest, most correct method. You know what the one thing I hate most in the world is? It's a lying bitch. So, can I trust you? Yes. Next chapter, what are all of their motive for learning and what will become of collapse curápica? One wrong step means death. E não vai ter hiato. Que susto com esse recadinho no final. Putz. Galera, que capítulo. O primeiro príncipe morreu, mas não seria princesa. Enfim, vou preparar a análise para vocês, que deve chegar já amanhã, sexta-feira. Beleza? Até mais. E deixa o like aí.